One word. I change one word in my offer, and I went from making $0 in my business to more than I ever did in 90 days. So here's the one word. All right. 18 months of trying. Different niches, different platform, different strategies, and made maybe $3,000 total. 18 months of failure. And I spent 60 hours working every single day. And I changed one word, and now I pitch my offer. I didn't change a single thing from my business, not my pricing, not my target market, just one single word. Alright? So let me show you what changed. Here's what's my old offer. Alright. I do WhatsApp outreach for local businesses. And here's my new offer. I get you 10 customers per month. So the word I changed was do to get. So here's why this matters. Right? When you frame your offers, I do something, I do cold calling, I do this, I do that. It focus on the process. And when you change that do to get, it become outcome focused. Nobody cares about what you do. This is the most important lesson I've learned, because nobody actually care about what you do. They don't care about where you walk. They don't care if you broke your arm. They don't care about what you do. People aren't as compassionate as you think. Sure, they might put on that shell and like, oh my, I'm so sorry. But it's all in the back of their mind, and like, I'm so sorry for that one moment. The next, it's become irrelevant. They care about what they get. So when you sell, what you do doesn't matter. And if you're selling what you do, you're selling your time. That's what an employee does. They say, oh, I do social media campaign. I do video editing. I do this, I do that, I do that. You're selling your time because they know they can do a lot. So they just gonna pay you for your time. But when you sell what they get, you're selling results. So I get you 10 clients, you pay me 10 grand. If I get you a house, you pay me in commission. Get is the most important thing ever. So you can get. So this made the biggest change, because if you're selling your time, this is what I did. I started selling my time. Like, oh, if I do cold calling, will you pay me for every hour or so? Your time is capped. They can only pay you for so much. And if they're paying you for your time, a lot of the time you'll just be stuck, because if they think, oh, you're getting 10 clients for the first hours, does that equal to 40 clients 4 hours? No, that's not how the market work at all. It really isn't. That's not how the market work at all. Because oftentimes when you start a new campaign, it will be a lot more effective than when you're using the old campaign. So that's why results are valuables. Say okay, if I get you 40 clients, you'll pay me 40 grand. Instead of, oh, I get you 40 client from the 4 hour that I work, and they pay you per hours. You're getting them the same result, but you're working for more with less money, and that won't sustain you that long. So this one word shift everything. So oftentimes people be like, oh, I'll do cold calling for you, I'll send messages for you. Think in result term. What does sending messages do? We get them client. Because oftentimes you'll know that most of the campaign will be locked behind a result cap. And I've understood this after doing so many business with business broker. These are locked behind a cap. And every single city that you hit new will be locked behind a cap. And people doesn't change their mind about selling businesses fast enough that you will make a lot of money of it. So this is why a lot of business brokers are competing for the same niche. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're trying to just sell your time, say you made a really effective campaign, and say, okay, if you pay me 80 hours an hour, $80 an hour, and I'll run that campaign for you. And the first 2 or 3 hours, you'll get a really good result, but then it will fall off. But if you run that campaign for 1 or 2 hours, get 20 clients, sell 5 clients for $200 each, you're getting more money than you ever could selling hours. So this, and oftentimes people will pay for 5 customers compared to the 5 hours that you work. Because when you're working for 5 hours, never guarantee result. But if you get paid per client, you're getting more result than ever could. Alright? So this is the important lesson. Your customer doesn't speak your language. They don't understand what you do because they don't have the knowledge to really fully understand what you mean. So when you said, oh, I do WhatsApp outreach, they just hear blah 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 because they don't understand what that mean. But when I say, oh, I sell 10, I will get you 10 customer per month, they completely understand that. They hear money. Or you can say, oh, I get you 40 appointment per month. They understand that. So translate everything from what you do to their language, to what they get. Alright? So change, like, oh, I get more leads, I generate more leads, just say more customer. I optimize campaign, you say, oh, I'll make you more money. Or, oh, I automate sequences, just say, oh, I'll reduce your workforce by 5 hours. 5 hours. Alright? So every word in your offer should be in their language and not yours. Alright? So here's what I would do to get started on this, alright? So think about what you're offering, alright? So change your language. Also change how you show your proof. When you change the language of your message, just when you say, oh, I've sent over 10,000 WhatsApp message and I use the best automation tool, best AI tool to get you 10 to 20 client, not to get you and just to get you leverage on your system or something like that. If you change that to I get you 25 client per month using blah blah blah, or I help businesses add 40K in revenue, or I get you 12 client in the next 90 days. That is also your proof, because you have something to sell and they understand what that something is. That essentially is your proof. Okay? So, how exactly do you change your offer so that it goes from what you do to what they get, and they understand that proof? So first thing first is write your current offer out. What do you tell people that you do? For example, I do cold call every single month, or I do cold call every single day for you for the next 5 hours, wherever. And then circle the process word. So for example, I do cold calling, or I create your website, I build your funnel. Circle that. Do, create, build, manage, provide, I offer, blah 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 blah. And then replace that with outcome word. So now it becomes I get cold calling. That doesn't make sense. I add cold calling. I increase cold calling. I generate cold calling. I deliver cold calling. That does not make sense. Okay, how do you make it so that it makes sense? Make it specific. So don't say, oh, I get more customer. Say, I get 10 customer per month. You're still doing the same process. Like I said, you're still doing cold calling. You can also add, I get you 10 customer per month through cold calling. Now that makes sense. I delivered you a new website so that you can get more client, or so you can get 10 to 12 client more per month. I increase your sales by 40% through campaign optimization. Now they understand what you mean. And then pitch that offer. Just test it. Next step is test it, and then see what stick. This is what I really do. I have a whole chart of offer, and just see what stick. Send out 100 messages on every single thing. See which one stick, and then just make that your offer until that one die out. So do the same process over and over and over again until you get an offer that land, or you continue changing so that your offers just sound different every single time, but it will target different people. This is something I've learned because my service always remained the same throughout. But the only thing that changed is my offer. And that have targeted multiple broker that I've talked to in the past that really doesn't care about what my previous offers was. Someone was like, I will send you messages every day. Some broker will like that, and they work with me. But then I changed it. I optimize your funnel so that it increase your customer acquisition. That somehow hit with a different audience. Same offer, same service, different offer. Alright? So change your offer from what you do to what you get. That's the biggest thing that changed everything in essentially my messaging career. And I hope this help you as well. Other than that, if you want 5 to 10 qualified client every single month through automation without lifting a single finger, and check out my auto cellular generation course. This is a combination of all my automation knowledge in the past, so you can remove all the admin tasks and work on what's really important. Check it out. Other than that, later.